Every week we talk about every superhero show that airs, but we like to start off each episode talking about big superhero news. And the biggest news today, specifically, we're recording this on Friday, is that Avengers Infinity War dropped a new trailer.
Yep. And the internet blew up.
It did. This is the first trailer that kind of gives us anything about what's happening in the movie. It gives us a hint of plot, who Thanos is.
It gave us a lot, actually, I felt like.
A good helping of
the
movie. We got an idea of who the threat is. We got an idea of how the teams are working, how the heroes are all coming together.
It was very impressive how many characters they were able to get in this trailer and have it make sense.
I believe cram is the right word, but it was in a
Cram's
good way.
a good word.
Cram, shove into this trailer. Ooh.
Is cram your favorite word that rhymes with Sam?
Cram. Actually, guys, in the comments, if you're watching live, let us know other words that rhyme with Sam. There's a lot.
Yep, it's an important thing to comment.
Cram right now is at the top of the list. I'll be honest. Cram is
Damn.
What was your guys' favorite part about this trailer?
I love that Chris Pratt moment where he's
one?
like, I can do it. Why don't I do it? And then, because you doing it stupid.
Can you explain to me why Star-Lord speaks like a 6-year-old?
Yep. Space and stuff.
Okay.
There's space got into him.
Yeah, space got into him.
And the mixtapes he listens to.
Shout that out.
It stands out a lot more when he's interacting with other characters. It's like, why don't you sound like a grown-up?
Because he's not. He was kidnapped as a boy.
But he still was. It's the same problem with Danny Rand and Iron Fist.
No,
it's
it's
like
not.
you
No, it's not.
were
Don't say
raised
that.
with
Don't say things
people.
like
You
that.
didn't get stuck in ice for that amount of time.
It's so funny because that's exactly how I felt about his character, Andy, on Parks and Rec. But I wonder if it's just kind of the way that Chris Pratt.
Maybe. I love Andy on Parks and Rec, and I think
don't
it
you
works
think he
really
talked like a
well.
6-year-old?
Yes, but this was because Andy, I assumed, had issues. All right, and
Star-Lord has no issues.
I don't know. I thought this was one of the best
planet juice inside of
I
him.
thought this
daddy issues.
Avengers Infinity War trailer was one of the best video game trailers I've ever seen.
You were working on. You were waiting on that. You were waiting on that line.
You do not pull your punches.
So much of this trailer is CG, and it's fine. It's serviceable. It's fine CG, but so much, almost all the costumes everybody's wearing is CG.
Yeah.
I bet if Superman was in there, he'd be like, "Oh, he's the best trailer in the whole world."
Why would you?
You'd probably say that if he showed up at the end. You'd be like,
if Superman showed up at the end of this trailer, yeah, I think we'd all be like,
"Wait, what?" We'd all be like, "Wait, what's happening right now?"
Mainly DJ.
I kind of have to agree with you on this point. I'm not a huge fan of how CG life has gone these days.
Yeah, because I don't know if it.
I don't know if it helps, and it doesn't really help me. And especially with all of our villains, I don't love the way Thanos looks.
Same.
And
I do
that's
like
a
his
problem.
new helmet. The new helmet looks cool.
Yeah.
But I don't ever believe he's there.
Yes, and that to me is an issue, especially when it's one taking on all.
Yeah.
That's a whole lot.
All that said, I mean, I do like the moments Thanos gets where you really get the impression that he does not care one way or another about the Avengers, when he's kind of like, half of humanity left, and I hope they remember you. He doesn't resent the Avengers because he doesn't really care, and I like that characterization. This is the most
care also.
This one trailer is the most Gamora's ever gotten to do in explaining who Thanos is, and the first time I've ever cared about her as a character, and I'm really interested to see. We get little shots of her baby hand holding Thanos' hand, and I'm interested to find out
what
happened.
That is.
She delivered that line really well too. Actually,
Zoe's
it wasn't like
great.
bum Thanos.
Yeah, exactly.
Thanos.
It was really
matter of fact.
It was really cool, and I like the idea of maybe coming off the high of Black Panther. I like the idea of kind of drawing Thanos to Wakanda as kind of a last stand, because where else? After watching Black Panther, that probably is the safest place in the galaxy.
Which makes more sense because, in the first trailer, we're like, why would Thanos choose to go there? It's like, oh, he has to.
Yeah.
That's the only place they're going to go. And in the synopsis, they talked about that Vision's taken to Wakanda as the one place to protect him, since he's got the Mind Stone shoved into his forehead. I enjoyed it, but these trailers still haven't really gotten me to do you remember that Civil War trailer when Spider-Man popped up at the end? We all pissed ourselves at the same time. Collectively as a population, that hasn't happened yet, which is a big bummer. But maybe that's not fair because that was a big reveal.
Do you think, Sam, they were trying to recreate that with how much Spidey they put in this trailer?
I don't know about recreating it, but he's definitely a focus. He's like, it's clear he's an Avenger now. It's like, that's a big sell for this.
I think the moment that they're trying to give that feeling of seeing was at the end of the first trailer where Thor interacts with the Guardians of the Galaxy. I think they're banking on that being the big crowd pleaser, like the Guardians and the Avengers are together, and your mileage varies depending on how in. Like the Guardians of the Galaxy movies aren't my favorite of the MCU movies, so that doesn't hold any charm for me.
Because we just did for our MCU rewatch, we just watched Guardians of the Galaxy, the first one.
Yes,
we
love
just got
it.
to that part. I really enjoy it. I enjoy it every single time I watch it. Also, there's a great line in there between Nebula and Gamora where they say, "Out of all of our siblings, I hated you the least." And it was really cool just watching that this week and then seeing the Black Order pop up in this.
Yeah.
And that specific one, it's either Ebony Maw or Corvus Glaive. I'm gonna be honest, they're just random gray aliens.
Yeah.
I couldn't really figure out which one was which. But the one that was torturing Doctor Strange was a great moment because he's just like, shh, I don't really care about you screaming right now. I just need to find out where the time stone is.
Yeah, it's and you do get a shot of the what are they called? The Ebony Maw? Is that one of them? The Black Order. Ebony Maw is one of them.
It's one of them.
Yeah, there you go. You get a shot of them, and they look scary.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
One's big, one's small, one's skinny, there's
a good
girl there.
description.
Yeah, it's like all the dwarves.
should have an image board.
That's how you could describe the Guardians of the Galaxy too. One's big, one's small, one's skinny, one's a lady.
There you go.
One's a lady. No
an animal.
way. Do you guys think that any part of Marvel right now is trying to capture a new audience?
No,
I think
they couldn't possibly be.
They also have they basically have everybody.
Yeah.
They basically have everybody.
Maybe with something with like Black Panther, but with a movie like this, no. And you know, and if I'm being honest, I would be surprised if this makes as much money as Black Panther has.
Wow.
Just because of diminishing return, typically, like if you look at the Star Wars movies, the first Star Wars movie of whatever trilogy it is always does better than the other ones. So there's a diminishing returns there. And also, like you're saying, like it requires so much of the audience that I think this will be a fun movie. People will enjoy it. I think it'll be well received. I just don't think it's going to make as much money as Black Panther did. And also, that's also when considering the fact that Black Panther made all of the money.
Because I wonder if there's a single person out there that this is the first Marvel movie they ever go to see.
No.
I mean, maybe. There's
probably at least one statistically.
Kids.
Yeah, there's one.
The guy just came out of a coma. He's like, yeah, I read Spider-Man like 30 years ago. I could probably go see this. It's like, I feel like I'm having a panic attack watching this. I'm excited for it. This movie's going to be fun. But also, about diminishing returns, like I understand that part, but also because of the high of Black Panther, and if they are smart and they really try to focus on Black Panther being in this, that would be a very smart move.
Something else that would really excite me is if, because it's the one clear opportunity they have to do this, where the Avengers straight up lose. Like, where this movie ends with Thanos wiping out half of the universe, and then because the Infinity Gauntlet is basically a get out of jail free card, you can do whatever the hell you want.
Yeah.
The next movie is somebody trying to use it to fix that. But like legitimately seeing our heroes die and fail and the bad guy win would be great. However, later this year we get an Ant-Man movie, and I don't know how half the universe wipes out, and then you're just supposed to watch
Ant-Man.
Yeah.
Well, if
him dicking around with Wasp, like
if Wasp is supposed to show up in this, because she's in all the advertising for it. It probably means Ant-Man and Wasp happens before. Even though they haven't said that, that's what I'm going to guess would be the smartest, safest, most understandable thing for them
I don't
to do.
know if general audiences would understand that.
Yeah, I don't know.
If they said before that.
Well, but also interesting, I don't know. We haven't seen Ant-Man in any of these. We've seen Ant-Man for
Avengers 4?
like pictures, set photos from Avengers 4, but we haven't seen him in any of the advertising for this movie. No. I don't know. And the other movie that happens before Avengers 4 is Captain Marvel, and we do know that is set earlier, so that we don't have to worry about that.
I think what's interesting about what you're talking about right now, DJ, them straight up losing, is also, like you briefly said, who we lose.
Yeah.
Who are we going to lose? How are we going to lose them?
I would love to see Thanos, just that shot where Cap is holding Thanos' hand, and Thanos just like presses him into the dirt and squishes him.
That would be so anticlimactic.
What if?
But again, we know whatever happens is going to be reset in Avengers 4. You know what I mean? So I think
it's not that it doesn't matter, though. It does matter.
I think I would like to see some of these characters get anticlimactic deaths. I think that would be more affecting than a big build, like somebody just immediately. I think that would be more shocking to the audience if because that's what happens in battle. People get lame, stupid deaths.
No way. Not true.
It wouldn't be a full war movie. It wouldn't be like actual like a Dunkirk for event like the
No,
Avengers.
no, but
Yeah.
if you got one that like, oh shit, he's just gone now. You know what I mean? I think that would be. I think that'd be something this movie could do that no other Avengers movie could have done,
Probably be Loki.
except with Quicksilver.
I'm slightly worried about Doctor Strange in this film.
He's got a sequel coming up. He's not.
Does he? They haven't announced it.
Yeah, probably.
And also, his movie
Kevin,
didn't do that great financially.
And
Kevin
also, I didn't
Feige
like it.
loves him.
So,
Yeah.
Kevin Feige loves him.
and I love Kevin Feige.
But if
so it's almost like Kevin Feige loves me, is what you're saying.
In the comics, though, the snap that Gamora mentions, like she's like, "Oh, he could just do that." He did do that, and like all of a sudden, like there's panels in the comics where people just start being erased from existence, and they're just screaming as they disappear. If you got that as an end to this, I think that'd be kind of a fun cliffhanger.
Fun,
So fun.
fun. We know what
So
you mean by
fun.
fun.
Marvel likes fun.
Marvel does like fun. The other thing I am hoping they flesh out more is the logic behind Thanos' attack as presented here doesn't make sense. Like, I'm going to wipe out half the universe and then it'll be balanced. It's like, well, no, then it'll just be half as unbalanced.
Well,
like,
you don't know he has a scale, and
yeah, I don't know. I just
you
I
don't
don't
know what he's weighing this
I feel
on.
I'm a little worried this will be one of those Marvel times where Marvel's like, no, him trying to woo the cosmic entity of death is silly. It's going to be about balance. It's like, well, that doesn't make sense. It's like the whole
I
like
think you'll
Thor's
get-
not magic; it's space magic.
You'll
it's like,
get
that's the
more of an
same.
explanation than that. I'm
yeah,
pretty
it's
sure.
just like they couldn't say the whole plot.
No,
They just have to
that
say scary
trailer.
things like balance, because no one has a balanced diet in America. How scary is that?
So scary.
Danny Boy, he did ask in the comments who's getting killed. Let's throw out one name from each person.
Starting with you.
With me, I think it would. I don't think it's going to happen. What I would like if Thor he's being held by the head by Thanos. So he
Yeah.
just went up.
Yeah.
And it's like oh no. I'm thinking maybe one of the Guardians, probably Gamora. Just because she's gonna be looked important,
They
and it
can't
would
kill
mean,
the one girl.
I mean, it's gonna mean more because it's like a daughter. It's like a
What do
daughter.
you mean? We have like 2 other women in the whole movie. You can
Wait.
kill one of them for
no,
sure.
but on Guardians of the Galaxy, you only have well, I guess you have a couple now.
to
Yeah.
balance it because
It's
there's too many
fine.
women.
Yeah.
There's
now.
definitely too many. Now we have 3 other women on the Guardians of the Galaxy. We got to kill one
and
of
we
them.
have 2 black people, so one of them's
Gotta
gotta
go. I would say Hawkeye is definitely a goner. Hawkeye is 1000% a goner. He hasn't been in any of the. He's been in the press shoots, but he hasn't been in any of the trailers. They haven't said what happens to him in the movie. Like, it's like media blackout on Hawkeye. He's definitely gonna die.
What if he?
What do you think
is,
about Bucky?
What if Hawkeye
no, Bucky has
is-
to replace Steve Rogers as Cap.
No, what if Hawkeye is standing right where Thanos lands? And just, it's like, he's gone.
They treat Hawkeye like they treat the Warriors 3 and Thor Ragnarok, where it's like, oh, never mind, boom, boom, you're dead.
Thanos landed on the farm. Oh God! Oh no! The whole family's gone.
What about you, Roxy?
I think one of our big 3 is going.
They have to.
Yeah.
Again, I'd like to see. Again, if you want to say this movie is like going big or go home, especially because you can change the rules with the Infinity Stones, I say you take out all 3 of the big 3.
Maybe, but I mean, we already talked about taking out Thor. We talked about taking out Cap. What if we take out Iron Man?
Mm-hmm.
And because think about how weak he could probably be. Like if we strip him of everything and just like take him out like a person,
Yeah.
like it just would be so sad.
Ooh, you know
Yeah.
who's small potatoes enough, but big potatoes enough for it to be kind of meaningful and
Coulson.
like a little bit again.
Yeah.
The whole team obliterated immediately. Hulk. If Hulk went down, you're like, oh no, Thanos is an actual threat, but also we don't really.
But would he
care
go
about
down
Hulk.
as Hulk?
Yes.
Yes.
Because that would mean the most. He just picks him up, tosses him right into the sun.
What if we painted him a different color?
Hulk
I don't know.
painted him.
Yeah.
I mean, it could work. What,
So-
painting-
Poisons
what
his
color
body.
would you want to paint the Hulk? Let us know in
the comments down below.
Put a mural on
so,
his tummy.
Yeah, let us know what.
Give him a little Zerbert.
Let us know who you think is going to die in Avengers Infinity War in the comments down below, or your thoughts on the trailer. And we're going to keep talking about the rest of our shows. And if you're watching this on YouTube and just seeing this segment, you're like, oh, whoa, I want to know what they think about The Flash and Black Lightning and all that. You can, every week we talk about it on patreon.com/onlystupidanswers.
There's a button up here, somewhere on this way.
Yeah, on our show called Super TV Showdown, and you can join us for that every week if you subscribe and join us at Patreon.
Look, it looks like my arm is not my arm because it's out of frame. It looks like somebody else's arm.
This is what you're missing out on.